Major Tom here.
Ranger John here.
Alright, we're going to be doing Saints Row the Third. They didn't go with the number 3 for once, which was kind of clever, I guess. Alright, we'll start with the story. Very simple story, I guess you could say. You're obviously the Saints. If you don't know, they're like this huge gang that like runs whole towns basically. So they're in charge of this whole town of Steelport. And I guess you could say they're basically like sellouts now. They're doing energy drink commercials and just
movies TV.
Yeah. So then other gangs want to come take over the turf. They basically offer them, say, hey, we're going to take this much percentage and we'll give you this much percentage. Obviously the Saints say, F you, no. Starts a huge gang war, which eventually leads to a private army coming into town. So you're basically fighting rival gangs and a private army trying to get back all your turf.
Yes, pretty epic. It's very, and zombies.
And zombies. A little bit of everything in this game. Alright, your gameplay, it's third person, like sandbox game, I guess you could say. You could go around and do whatever the hell you want from the beginning of the game. After the first couple story missions, you have the whole city to, all of it's open, none of it's locked. So you could go do whatever you want.
Yeah, you don't even have to do the story missions if you don't want to.
No, not for the long. I think we did a bunch of like side missions.
We did side missions.
Yeah, before we even did like any of the main story missions. But yeah, so like we said, there's a bunch of side missions you could go do. They brought back like a lot of the old ones, like insurance fraud and mayhem, and then they got some new ones like
Ginky's
Professor
Ginky. Yeah, it's a Japanese game show.
You just go around and kill a bunch of people in costumes. Like right when you see them, you want to go kill them anyways. So you can collect money for killing a bunch of people in costumes. It's pretty fun.
Yep.
And
but don't shoot the pandas.
So you level up, blah blah blah, by gaining respect, which is basically from doing anything in the game. Killing cops, killing gangs, doing missions, doing side missions, driving your car ridiculously, Boudukins.
Windshield cannons.
Basically anything except walking around will not get you XP basically in this game. Alright, so obviously you have to gain a certain amount of respect to unlock more missions in the game. But in the older games, you're basically forced to go after one gang and then it would take you to the next game. In this game, they give you like a bunch of missions where you could go choose which gang you want to go take out. So you always have like 3, because you got people working towards each gang, and you could go choose whatever mission and go, fight whatever gang you want. And you got like this ridiculous luchador gang, and then you got this Tron wannabe gang, which is hilarious because you actually get to go in this Tron world, which was hilarious.
Yeah, and then there's the Red Gang, and they don't really have a theme.
No, they're just like the
I don't know
normal
what
classic,
their theme would be.
Red Gang, yeah. The graphics in this game, I would say they're about the same as Saints Row 2, maybe a little better. But realistically, it's about the same.
I mean, it's a lot more animated than like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. And then I noticed some hiccups throughout the game, like sometimes when going over bridges, like the car would get stuck in the bridge completely.
It would run into the bridge.
Yeah. But nothing like horribly, like usually you could just go low time. I remember you got stuck in the gas station.
Oh yeah, I got stuck inside the roof of the gas station.
So I just went to go start a mission so you could get out of it. So I would suggest just keeping some extra saves for now, just in case.
But it auto saves pretty often, so
yeah,
you always have something to go back to.
Alright, so there's tons of stuff to just gain replay value. There's a lot. You have obviously the story missions, the side missions, collectibles, challenges, carjackings, assassination missions. So they throw a lot at you.
My favorite was escorting the tiger.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
One guy drives around and gets clawed in the face by the tiger, while the guy in the backseat calms the tiger down.
Yeah, and I was unfortunately had to drive the entire time while crashing and everything. Alright, talk a little bit about the achievements in this game. You get a bunch for doing the main side missions.
Yeah,
completing
mostly
them all the way,
mission
and then
related,
like your story missions.
And then challenges, which are obnoxious.
The worst. Yeah, I think that was the longest. And
but I have heard that if you don't complete the achievements like connected to Xbox Live, then sometimes they don't ever pop up.
And then you have to redo it all.
So just make sure you're connected
Yes.
while you're playing.
I was connected the whole time, so I didn't have a problem. Alright, what would you say? So, we completed every little thing in this game that had, and what would you say, under 40 hours?
40,
Well,
yeah, about 40 hours.
Which is, yeah, we played the game like 2 weeks straight, so.
Yeah.
So obviously you have a lot of content. There is DLC on the way. I know you had that ridiculous DLC Shark Gun.
I did get that, and that was definitely worth the, I don't know, the $2
I love that thing.
it cost.
So this game worth $60? I say definitely yes.
Yes, I would.
Now the only weird thing I want to say about this game that they did was if you don't buy it new, you actually do need like a online passcode to play co-op.
Yeah.
Which is really
so
weird strategy, I would say.
And THQ doesn't. Do they usually do online passes?
I don't think so.
Like with the wrestling games?
Not that I remember of. It's first time.
They should stop because they're about to go out of business.
Yeah. And they also have like a horde mode that you could play, but it wasn't.
We didn't really do any.
I played a couple rounds and it wasn't anything special. So, but it's there if you want to play.
Is it basically like the survivals that are in single player?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, yeah. So it's a fun game. You could go do whatever the heck you want. It's ridiculous. And
It's a good game to kill time with.
yeah, it is for sure. Definitely worth your money. We also have Skyrim coming up and the new Zelda game for the Wii. That'll be our first Nintendo Wii review, the Zelda game. And probably the last.
Yeah, probably the last ever.
Alright, this has been Major Tom.
This is Ranger John.